Product research is going to be the bane of your existence, but if you don't do it, you're going to be screwed. And you want to know why? Why? Because you ain't going to make no damn money, that's why.
So what's up, guys? This is 𝗏𝗏𝗥𝗡𝗏, and you have reached the 𝗏𝗏𝗥s Ecom channel. If you want to learn how to make money online or offline, then you need to be right here. I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller. I'm also an honorably discharged Air Force veteran. Graduated from Penn State and started a career as a software engineer and leveraged that to build my businesses. If you guys have any questions on how to make money, you're going to find all your answers right here, so stay tuned.
So product research is going to be the bane of your Amazon existence, as well as Shopify and eBay and everything else, okay? And unfortunately, we all have to do it, okay? It's important. And it's important because without proper product research, you're not going to make any money. It doesn't matter whether you're doing wholesale, private label, or retail, a drop shipping or FBA or whatever, whatever version of selling you're doing. You need to make it happen, and you got to get product research going, man. You got to make sure that you guys are focused and that you use the right tools and have proper methods, okay? I've seen tons and tons of people try to get into the game and not have good product research going. They just throw products up, and right now with a lot of, automation people, let's get on that tangent, they have a giant CSV file filled with like Walmart items. They're not doing any product research. They're literally just throwing those products up on your store and then hoping for the best. And what happens is, while you may be selling a ton, you're not necessarily making money, okay? And now we're gonna break out why you're not gonna be making any money if that happens, or if you're doing these types of things. This is why you're not gonna make any money if you try those different methods, or the method that I was mentioning, okay? So what happens is, you get these CSV files, or you have, some VA who doesn't really know what they're doing, start listing products for you and all that. They're gonna list products that they're familiar with and that they probably used before. What happens is that you end up on listings with a ton of other sellers, a ton. So while you may get the buy box and be selling, you're not profitable, because the only way to compete is through price, all right? How do you do that? You drive the price down so you can keep the buy box. Not necessarily the most effective method if you want to be profitable, especially if you have 20, 30 sellers on the same item. Guess what? A lot of people aren't going to follow strategies like me and my friends. They're going to drop the price drastically in order to get the buy box and then create what's called a dead listing. So while those revenue numbers look fantastic, you're not making any money. Okay, that's why you have to do effective product research. That's why you have to learn how to do product research for yourself. Okay, and once you know how to do it for yourself, you can teach an employee to do it, so that way you're profitable. All right, product research is one of the most difficult things to master when it comes to selling online. Doesn't matter the platform, not even a little bit. So if there's anything that you need to do, it's that. All right, it is definitely that. Okay, you will lose a lot of money if you try to just follow what everyone else is doing. And sometimes I post up some of my client results and some of my results from my own personal stores, and there might be an item or two that's visible, and people jump on that listing because they're like, oh, he's making money with it, his clients are making money with it, I'm gonna make money with it. And then come to find out, they'll hit me up later like, man, I jumped on that product, but I didn't make any money. In fact, I was losing money every single sale. And I'm like, well, number one, you didn't know how to do product research, and you don't know what the pricing is, you don't know where to get it, get the product in order to be profitable. There's a lot of things that go into making sure that you're effective, okay? And this is, now we're going to talk about some of the tools that you can use in order to be profitable, because I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand. When I say do product research or tell people in the DMs, they're like, well, what software, what do I do, how do I do it? And guess what, for you guys, I'm going to hook you up right here, okay? Let's go. So the two tools that I use pretty much exclusively for all of my product research is AMZ Scout Pro. There's a link below to that so you can get a free trial, and Web Scraper app. I use AMZ Scout Pro for all of my private label and wholesale research, and I use Web Scraper app for all of my retail arbitrage product research. Now they're coming out with some features that will allow me to do more with it, but we're gonna keep those under wraps until they're ready to go prime time. Why do I use these tools? Well, for AMZ Scout Pro, if I don't necessarily have an idea of a product, the tool itself will suggest products to me that I could potentially look at. So even though I may not be interested in a certain niche, there may be items that pop up in niches that I'm not even thinking of that I want to use, and in turn it'll get my juices flowing, get the brain going, so that way I can start jumping into something else. When it comes to Web Scraper app, I already know what I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be looking for profitable items in certain categories like home and kitchen, home and garden, things like that, especially when it comes to bathroom, items. So I already know what to do. It gives me a breakdown of what's profitable, what isn't, shipping, tax, the whole nine. That's why I use it, because it helps me and my automation clients make a lot of money. Okay, I highly recommend those tools because it makes your job easier. That's why you use software, so that way you don't have to figure everything out on your own. When I first started, initially I had to do a lot of the work myself, and it wasn't necessarily comfortable. Okay, but with software available, it makes the job so much more simple, and it makes it quicker and more efficient. And that's what you need to worry about when it comes to product research. You need to be efficient, because you don't want to spend 6, 7, 8, 9 hours a day just doing product research and getting nowhere. Okay, that's what I did initially, and it sucked. But once I figured out the software trick, then things became easier, and I was able to make more money. And ultimately, that's the goal with anyone in business. You want to make more money. Okay, now, what should you be looking for to make money? Let's go. So what should you be selling on Amazon? Well, it's really going to depend what method you're trying to do. All right. So with wholesale and retail arbitrage, I highly recommend going for things that people use on a consistent basis. Like bath mats is something that people use every day. Bathroom towels, supplies, things like that. Hand soaps, all of those things that people use on a daily basis are going to be very, very good items that you can push up on an Amazon store to make a lot of money in a relatively short amount of time, just because the sales volumes are generally going to be extremely high. Think about it, COVID-19 still going on right now. Hand soap, sanitizers, all that stuff still going. Just make sure you don't price gouge, or else you'll get suspended and all that stuff, and nobody wants that. When it comes to private label, you want to find things that people are extremely passionate about. Okay, passionate. You don't want necessarily things that people use every day, because they can go to Walmart, they can go to Target, they can do all these things, they can go to all these different places and do all these different things to get what they need. When it comes to private label, you can definitely find something that people are more passionate about. So like American Girl dolls, right? People love those dolls. If you have outfits for those, that's more of a passion item. It's more of a passion product. People love those dolls, and they want to dress those dolls up. My daughters have them, they absolutely love them, and I'm forever buying outfits for them. Okay, same thing with Barbies and stuff like that. People that love certain things are very passionate about it, and therefore they're willing to spend the extra money. So when it comes to private label, you can kind of inflate your profit margins, because people are going to be willing to pay. Case in point, there's a lot of things I sell within a geek niche. If you guys have watched me for a while, you know that my 3 personal stores sell in various niches. The geek niche is the most profitable store, and that is the one that caters more to the nerd in me. And in turn, people are very, very passionate about those items, so they spend top dollar to get them. So just something for you guys to think about. You don't necessarily have to take my advice, but trust me, if you guys are checking the results on my social media, on Instagram, Facebook, and stuff like that, and I'm showing you how much money is made every day, you might want to jump on that bandwagon. All right, so let's finish up. Let's go ahead, let's wrap this video. All right, peeps. So hopefully this has helped you out with product research. Okay, it's very, very important that you guys do product research, and we've talked about why. Okay, mainly because you won't make any money, and 2, because you're going to screw everything up, and you're going to have mad competition if you don't do it properly. Hopefully you guys will take some of those items I mentioned in those categories and use them to your benefit, because they really do work. You guys follow me on social media, shameless plug below. You guys will see all the results day in and day out. Okay, so with that being said, man, be safe, be smart, peace out, catch y'all in the next one.